You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
All right, The Mandalorian, episode 3 of season 2, the Heiress. Look, a good episode. Another solid episode. We now see Bo-Katan, who, if you're familiar with Star Wars Rebels, you definitely know who that is. And I thought it was great that Katie Sackhoff actually played her in the show because she also did the voice for the character on the animated show. So that was exciting to see. You know, this episode, I also thought it was very, very charming that we got a nice little ribbon to the ending of the Frog Lady's journey to meet with her husband. That was sweet. It was nice. It was a nice scene. Look, I'm starting to have some issues here with the show. It doesn't mean that the show suddenly sucks. It does not. Far from it. The show is still very, very great. And I do enjoy every episode so far. Where I'm starting to have a little bit of a concern with the show is the fetch quest mentality. It's like watching an MMO play out in real life. Every time we see the Mandalorian go to another location as he tries to further along his journey to find a home for the child, there's always a gotcha. You know what I mean? You want my help? Oh, I have this information, but first I need something from you. First, I need you to go do this. First, I need you to go do that. He seems to me less and less of a bounty hunter and more of like a service, you know? And his currency in return is more information, either where he can find other Mandalorians or where he could find a Jedi in this case. With that said, as I was mentioning before, it was still a very good episode. Now, a lot of people got the answer to the question regarding whether or not Sabine was going to be on the show and whether or not she was going to be played by Sasha Banks, also known as Mercedes Varnado. So the answer to that is no, obviously, much to the displeasure of many people. I'm still holding out hope that we will see Sabine at some point in the future. Whether or not we see her in this season remains to be seen. You know, when you have Bo-Katan and we already got Ahsoka name dropped in this episode, and we're going to be seeing her, I'm assuming, this coming episode, if it's not another stopgap, you would think that Sabine is going to have to play in there at some point or another. We learn that the Heiress, or better known as Bo-Katan, is on a mission to get the Darksaber. So you have to imagine we're going to see her again, because we already know who has the Darksaber, which is Moff Gideon. So we're going to see that character again. And the next time we see her, we may very well see her with Sabine. So I'm holding out hope that that's the case. But now, as we know, Sasha Banks plays a character named Koska. And whether or not we see Sasha Banks again remains to be seen. I thought the sequence that happened on the Empire ship that was leaving the docks, I thought that was a great, excellent scene. I thought even better was when the Mandalorians first came and rescued Mando from the trap that was set, and it was an exciting episode. You know, I can't criticize the episodes if I'm enjoying them. Right? It's tough to do that. The effects are good. The sequences are good. The music, look, I can't say anything else good about the music. I love the music on this show. I don't want it to be a fetch quest, though. I really don't. You know, there's certain elements about The Mandalorian that all of us know about that I want to see put into practice. You know, I understand this character is being portrayed as a good guy, where bounty hunters really have no allegiance. And this particular bounty hunter, while very skilled, seems to have a soft spot, obviously we know, for the child. But does that mean that he doesn't take on other tasks? Does that mean that he stops being a bounty hunter? Does that mean that he can't be a bounty hunter for the good? You know, so I'm hoping that these fetch quests come to an end, you know, and I'm not saying they have to never happen, but this is 3 episodes in a row already that we're doing fetch quests. And I'm hoping that the next episode kind of gets to the point, because they name drop Ahsoka at the end. Everybody's excited to see this character, and it would really suck if they name drop her at the end of the episode like they did, and then the next episode is just another stopgap on the journey to get to her. I'm hoping that's not the case, but some people are already telling me that may very well be the case, as we're supposed to be expecting to see, you know, Carl Weathers' character, as well as Gina Carano's character. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But the episode in and of itself was good. It was really exciting to watch. As I said, I love the enduring, reunion with the two frog characters coming together. The fact that they took on Baby Yoda for a little while. The Mandalorians coming in and saving Mando. Okay, a little convenient, but still very exciting to see other Mandalorians do work. The concept of two different factions of Mandalorians, because obviously Mando was very shocked when they easily took off their helmets without even thinking twice. And then she explains to him that he's part of a more radical portion of that faction, or at least he was raised to believe what they believe. So a lot of interesting story elements that, we want to see play out over the course of this season, possibly next season. But at the same time, again, I feel like while these story elements are fantastic and the backstory is great, I don't want everything to play out within a quest of a quest. You know what I mean? I don't want everything to play out, for lack of a better term, within a sub-quest of the main journey. Because then that doesn't make it feel so organic. It makes it feel like we did this so we can get to this, not like we're going along with the story and these things are happening organically. So I'm not sure if many of you understand what I'm saying. Maybe some of you don't. I know there's a lot of people that still have a very big fever pitch for this show to a point that it does no wrong. And again, I'm not saying the show is not entertaining. It is still one of my favorite shows on TV and a very, very redeeming show for the Star Wars franchise overall. I just don't want it to turn into a fetch quest. And that's what it's been for the first 3 episodes so far. And I'm hoping that's not the whole season. So we'll see what happens. But overall, I thought it was a great episode. It was a lot of fun. I love seeing Bo-Katan. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know she was going to be on the show. And I love the fact that they brought Katie Sarkoff back to actually play the character as opposed to just someone who's done the voice before. And I'm looking forward to seeing Ahsoka. Many are assuming that it's going to be played by Rosario Dawson. I would have to agree. We haven't seen her yet. And when you kind of look at Ahsoka, Rosario Dawson kind of looks like she could kind of fit that build and everything. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to the next episode. Hopefully we see her. I'm getting whispers in the wind that we will not be seeing her yet next episode. So that'll suck. But overall, I'm still loving the show. I'm still loving everything about it. And yeah, we'll see what happens next episode, which will be on Friday. I know this review is supposed to come out a little earlier. I know some people are like, man, you did videos last week and then you missed the whole week. I went on a PS5 hunt last week. So I spent like 2 days literally sitting in front of different websites trying to get a hold of one. And then finally I decided I'm just not going to get one. I decided I'm going to wait. There's too many, fish hooks out there, grabbing them and trying to resell them. And I feel safer trying to buy one, maybe going into next summer. By then, the fever should be down a little bit. So, but anyway, guys, that's it for this review. How did you feel about this episode? How do you feel so far about the Mando constantly having to do something to get something in the fashion that it's been happening so far in the show? Again, I'm not crazy about it. It's still too early for me to really start hampering on it, but it is starting to get a little bit annoying. But that's the only criticism I can give the show, because even with that said, the episodes are still really, really good. And there's some other things opening up that I really like the direction it's going. So, but anyway, that's it for this review, guys. I will see you on the next Mando review, and it will be on a lot earlier than this one was. And then we'll go from there, and hopefully we see Ahsoka next episode. So that's it. Let me know in the comments how you felt about the episode, and I will see you guys on the next one. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.